Yeah. So I'm happy that people get to see this side about you now. Like, people now know that they don't need to spend a gazillion bucks or look a certain way. Reality and truly, what you're telling people is that just be yourself and then just enjoy moments. And that those moments don't necessarily need to be what everybody's doing. You know what I mean? Because in the day, I think the pressures that people are facing now is that they now have to keep up that moment all the time. So let's say, for example, the need to have a bottle. You don't need to always buy bottles to enjoy yourself.
Hold
The,
on, hold on. Go on, so you can
yeah,
finish
the
it.
thrill could be something else completely. It could just be because gal are there. But certain people need that, yeah. They need to feel like they're this at the moment to feel confident in the club where you'll get certain man that, yeah, it's just, I could bowl through and just because people are there, I'm having fun. Do you get what I mean? So everyone's expectations is different. But I think the expectation you really should be aiming for is the one that gives you the most peace as opposed to giving the one that you're stressing and so on and so. Because I feel like deceiving yourself is the worst thing you can do. So what we telling the people?
Okay. If we go based on before, it always depending on your coat. Cut your coat according to your size. Upon a time, the money that was I was making before, bottles were like £50 in a rave. Therefore, it didn't really matter. As time went on, shit got really expensive. So before that, you could buy a few bottles. It didn't matter. You pour girls a drink. It's cool because the money is making more sense than what you're spending. Do you get what I'm saying? There's much more money. As time went on, the money ain't the same. Again, this is the part where I say don't live in your lie. If you were stealing to get the money to buy the bottles and the stealing reduces, you gotta now cut back on what you're doing because to keep up with the expectations that people have of you will then send you broke. Yeah? So boom now, as time went on, the bottle prices might have gone up. But the truth of the matter is the bottle prices are not expensive. Only when you're charging £250 for a Hennessy bottle. I think the one time me, AY, and Alan did that, I think, for fuck's sake, this is insane. But anyway, the bottle prices are usually about 120, 130. The rave is still the rave. So take Eden, for example. I go to Eden. Um, the bottle price is not expensive. If you go to the party with your ting or link up with your ting and you buy one bottle, it costs you 120. That ain't the end of the world. But when you go there and you have a table and you have to toast 5 women, he ain't buying one bottle. You're buying about 4 or 5. Now the mistake you're making is you're blaming the club or the venue for overcharging on bottles. But the reality is, ain't nobody told you to give everybody a drink. You you bought 5 bottles to sustain all these women, knowing you ain't fucking any one of them. You stupid. So we. From what I remember of this thing, before I bet, let's say, or whatever I'm with, you only bought one, you and your thing that you're with, and you know what? You didn't even finish that bottle between the two of you. You drink a bit, you get fucked. Half the bottle still left. You need to give it away. Fuck it, I'm fucked. You go away. Only when the bottles started coming from Magic, and there's like 10 bottles at a time you ain't pay for, at that point there you can say, give her a bottle, give her a bottle, because you know it ain't coming out of your pocket. The moment the thing reversing that and you have to go pay again, broski, you have to go back to what you originally know to do. You and I are going out, it's me and you tonight. How much is it? 120. Give me the Henny, give me the mixer. Drink, 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 drink. Fucked completely. Then you go on with that thing. As far as all the other girls at this table, That ain't my business. But when you want to be the boof daddy,
Boof daddy, boof daddy.
shout out to us. When you want to be the daddy,
Boof daddy, boof daddy.
now you're trying to tell me you're going to pay for everybody to have a drink? Kazi, that's when I have to draw the line and tell you, yo, listen, if it's one-on-one, I can do it. Everybody else, now my bill has gone from 120 to like 4 bills a pop because it's not even just that. You don't have to buy shots for everybody. If you did all that money on one girl, broski, you wouldn't even make it to the end of the night. She's going to pass out as soon as she comes out. In which case, that tells you don't need to do all of that. But because you want to make sure that you maintain you are the guy, because for some strange reason, bottles equates to you are the guy.
Why?
Well, that's where your strength comes from, isn't it?
Buying stuff.
Deception. I have to make sure that I look like I'm the guy who can buy the bottles, which then makes you think that you always want to come out with me because then that makes me lit. My litness is then what attracts women, not actually who I am. Deception. This is what we do.
When did the game get fucked up? Because we've seen the oldest.
The game has been fucked up from early because we as guys, listen, the women have changed this whole thing. The women place more value on the guys that can spend than the guys that are consistent. So what's happened is for majority of working guys, and it goes back to the thing of providing what you need and what you want. On an average working salary, you can acquire the things that you need. But what women want are more than what you need. And majority of guys can't afford what you want and need. So then what happens is you take that consistent guy, because remember what makes a working class man beautiful is not how much they bring in, is their mentality and their consistency with how they bring it in. That determination to always wake up and do what needs to be done, provide. But when you turn around and say you want something that exceeds what they can provide, you diminish what that person is as a man. You kill the true essence of what makes that man a man. That consistency. Because what you're basically saying is, I'm not good enough. I cannot do for you. What guys should really do is say, you know what, fine, go look what you're looking for. But because we love a bit different, we push ourselves to try and meet that expectation. And the girls manipulate by saying, I'm only saying that so that you could push yourself harder. When the truth is, you ain't saying that. Some maybe, but majority no. What you then do is you transform that average, consistent working man, stable. You transform him into a monster. Which is now, they now leave you because you leave them for someone that has more. They now go out in the world and say, fuck that, I'm going to do more. And then when they become the money men, they become the monsters. They forget that the true essence, the true beauty of what you are as a working man is your ability to be consistent. I give you my mum, for example. My mum never gave me special clothes. Nikes, Gucci's, or anything like that. I didn't go on no special trips. She didn't pay for me to go on any holiday, Nigeria, the lot. In actual fact, when I look at my mum then, I think to myself, why the fuck was I born in this house? I hate this house. But I tell you what she did do that I didn't see when I was younger. And that's because I wasn't emotionally and mentally mature enough for it. She consistently cooked. She consistently paid. She consistently provided. Maybe not what I wanted, because what I wanted was the Nintendo. But she made sure there was always electric. Now it's easy when you want what you want to downplay the efforts of what someone's doing based on what you actually need. Because let's say she transferred the electric for the Nintendo. There's no electric anyway. So how are you going to pay the potential? The value of what she was in my life was consistency, stability, protection. My house wasn't the best looking house, but it was a house. The man that got you the house, it's a 1-bedroom flat. Yes, it's you and 2 other kids. But what he provided you with was a house to live in. The house you want might be a 4-bed. And maybe he can't provide what you want. But what he has given you is what you need. A roof over your head. Are you getting that? Can you see how you turn a man into a monster? Now, in his mind, he probably still wants to get a 4-bedroom house because he knows this 1 bed is crap, but this is what he can do for now. But you've made him feel less of a man because in actual fact, what you've done is told him what he's doing is not good enough. What I used to tell my mum, maybe not tell her, but how I used to make her feel is that she's not good enough. And I have regret for that. It wasn't fair. Maybe I didn't get Nike, but I got Ascot. You know what? When I strip it down, what did you need? Clothes to put on your body. She gave me clothes to put on my body. Because it wasn't the brand that maybe Grant had, now you're less of a mum? But what's the fundamental reason for having clothes?